Hello everyone, I am back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. This is day 4 of recording and Katla is being very meowy in the background. Anyway, last time Villa Garamanda, I think it's called, the big dragon bird thing, it escaped. So now we have to figure that out. We have to go capture it. Last night I did try out the healer questline. So far it's very interesting. And I'm still doing some of the side quests. I found some interesting side quests so far. So we're gonna have to cover them at some point. Já, komdu þá. For those who don't know her, this is Katla. She is my 13-year-old cat. And she very much likes to be likes to be in a blanket for some reason. So what I do is basically I put a blanket around her. She's between my keyboard and myself, and that means I have a happy cat. And that makes her not lay on the keyboard, because he will lay on the keyboard. So Erenville is ready to send his ether-seeking device in pursuit of Garamanda. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the seeker to detect fire-aspected ether. So we are trying 2 different methods to finding Garamanda. One is this ether device, which is potentially faster but also less accurate, because we can't put it directly to find Garamanda, we can just go find fire ether. And the second method is proper seeking by tracking it. Sensor to detect ethereal aspect fire. Okay. The others are doing that. We're gonna do both in case of see which one works faster, because there's no harm in doing both at the same time. Right, the seeker is ready to go. Whirlar's echo is still suffused with the Skyruin residual ether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensor. Oh, that's good. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Okay, once you chose to depart, Erenville will accompany you. The ether seeker will begin leading you onward, don't fall behind. Source of fire aspected ether located, tracking disengaged. There is a sprite. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. No. Would you mind dealing with a fire sprite? It will continue to confuse the seeker if we leave it be. So are we just gonna murder everything fire aspected? Is that what we're doing? Because that's kind of funny. And very dark. But very funny. Right. I need you to cease existing. Okay, please. I am really liking the new Ruin 4 the White Mage has. It's a very fun burst ability. People also often forget that presence of mind is there and is super happy, but now it gives us 3 stacks of Sacred Sight, which gives us Ruin 4. Which you want to use, I think, just basically right after. Please specify desired ethereal aspect. Unnecessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire aspected ether. On we go. But yeah, so presence of mind basically lets you cast things faster. So reduces spellcast timer and recast timer and auto attack delay by 20%. It is very handy if you wanna do more DPS as a white mage. Oh, I see fire. Big fire. Not bright fire, but definitely big fire. What is that? Oh, it's one of those heads in the ground with hands thingies. Yeah. Source of fire expected ether located. Tracking disengaged. Well, it's bigger than last time. If we keep on finding bigger things, there's gonna be something. Poor thing hasn't done anything to us. Now it has to die just for existing. Frightening enough, but again, not what we were looking for. If you would be so kind. Yep. Murder away. Excuse me? Your existence is no longer required. So, we sadly have to let it go. Molten Fofat. Even a spat in the name. You just have to go. There's a bloodsucker just kind of walking in our direction. You like shoot. My thanks. I would ask if it gave you any trouble, but considering who I'm talking to, yeah, no, it's fine. Seeker, resume tracking and do try to point out something useful this time. Affirmative, resuming tracking. That would be nice. Bloodsuckers are really creepy. I see another one of those. I see a lot of those. I see... Firehole. Erenville, I don't think I can kill a hole. I mean, I'm very good at killing things, but a hole is... a bit too much. If this is Valgarmanda's ether though, can we maybe... like, say, find this particular ether? Ah, another remnant of Valgarmanda's last rampage. The crater's flames register to the Seeker as corporeal ether. But would that not be the ether from the Valgarmanda? In the words of the Tuliolal saga, when Valgarmanda rages out of control, his fire burns forever, his eyes does not thaw, and his lightning crackles without cease. Excuse me, my throat is bad. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Skyruin perpetual magic against itself, wrapping it with an unmelting prison of ice. This is so mundane fire, but some kind of... Oh, this is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. That would be so handy. How do you feed that ether into him? Do we just smack it into the fire? Sample analyze, recalibrating sensors. There, now the Seeker should ignore any ethereal signature but Valgarmanda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My apologies, it seems I still have much to learn from this journey as a gleaner and as a guide. I mean, none of us knew it would work this way. The Skyruin. Erenville is ready to resume tracking Valgarmanda. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valgarmanda's ether. Resume tracking based on the later sample. Affirmative, resuming tracking. Sample ethereal signature detected, engaging accelerated pursuit mode. Oh, I don't have to follow it this time. Do we not want to, like, contact the others, though? We're like, hey, we found a reliable way to track it. You can stop doing what you're doing, and now you should come join us. Like, that feels like the right thing to do. Oh, but he's still gonna find all the holes. Good, the seeker was drawn directly to the Sky Ruin's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameter for his ethereal aspect. I'll try to increase the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to the Tural Vitral itself. Recalibrating sensor, resuming tracking. That does make... So what he's doing is basically making it require like stronger and stronger ether until eventually we are gonna find Valgarmanda themselves. I don't wanna kill you. Nariordur. Funny names. Oh, that's the Cave of Memories. I hope it's not in here and doing some damage. I think we noticed if Valgarmanda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. Okay, he's not in there. I got worried for a second. It's like... So it's an important part of their history. Hold on. Huh. The images become like unclear or unfinished when I go away. Why? Why would it change to that instead of just having the entire image vanish? Is something gonna happen to the images? Because when I come here, they suddenly pop into existence. Wait, also, notice the image here is purple and black. That's not the same image. This is like ocean image. With like blues and greens, so there's like another image under it? That's weird. It looks like the image there is like something closer to this one? Huh. Okay, there's something weird going on with this cave. I don't know why. Can Valgarmanda swim?
The trail ends here, it seems.
That's not good.
Could Valgarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor.
What's there?
We should let the others know we have a likely location.
I love the fact that like our director is just like a hand, like a little Mickey Mouse glove.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
Yokhoi?
So where is Valgarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valgarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop!
Oh, hi.
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
sorry, It is not our intention to trespass.
But we do have to find the
But you must understand,
thing.
that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lara Door, or you are fools.
Fools.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
Ooh.
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
I like that Erenwil isn't even counted in this.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
Yeah, you don't rule over a nation that's dead.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of his Tural withdrawal my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Aren't really gonna be asking anymore.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people!
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation.
Yeah, but they are, still.
I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
I mean, me as well, of course. Shall we fight?
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone. We are still in her debt. This is true.
So we are allowed to go.
Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
It's okay.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
That went better than I expected. I was worried we would have
Even
to fight
people
them.
with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
That's good.
Assuming you survive. My old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
I don't like
Your thoughts have
Sarilja.
always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuli Yolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
He was doing so good.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
Yeah. Let's smack it.
I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
I really like the main battle theme of this expansion. Like this particular theme that was in the Parkour Lardor. Alright, is this a dungeon or a trial? Okay, I can use duty support. Do I have like a lot of I have a lot of options. Oh, who to take with me? Well, step 1, talk to everybody. You and yours have journeyed to the edge of existence and back. I'm sure defeating this overgrown snake bird is well within your capabilities. Yet I bid you be cautious all the same. Even Papa may not have been able to slay Valigarmanda, but with the Dawn's promise and our allies all fighting together, I believe we can do just that. I've never faced anything this powerful before, but I swear I won't hold you back. Oh, I see an ether current there. Valigarmanda will demand our undivided attention. Let's hope Sorolja has nothing sinister planned. Wouldn't that be a little bit beneath him? A new Kona would be the one to rush off and leave others to... A new Kona wouldn't be one to rush off and leave others to deal with a creature like Valigarmanda. It hath been some while since last I joined thee in battle. Indeed, so full have been our days upon those shores. It doth seem a lifetime hath passed. The shame is that you're a healer like me. What is on your mind, brother? That the future Dawn servant should ignore my counsel to indulge a whim is vexing. I don't like Sarilja. He's very shady. We needn't speak. Oh, okay. You just don't want to talk to me. That feels rude. You are very rude. For an upcoming leader, you're very rude. I don't like that either. Now I need to build a team. Obviously, Vuklamat is coming with me. Okay. Wait. They're all coming with me? No. This is an 8-man fate? Like, not fate, like a trust. 8-man trust? I didn't know we had those in the game. Or is this the first one? I don't know, because I haven't really used the trust system that much. Alright, so... Me and Urianger will be healing. Thancred and Vuklamat will be tanking. Alisei, Sorolja, Krail and Kona will all handle DPSing. Ooh. This is so cool. I really like this. I didn't know you could actually get an 8-man like trial. We're going like up. We're going like really high up the mountain. We have found ourselves a suitably square platform. Handy that, you know, either bosses make us a platform to fight on, or we just find the magically perfect flat platform in the world. It's such a handy convenience. Okay. Let's do this. I guess I have to... If I just walk you... There we go. Tempest's wind surrounds Valigar Manda. Okay, most of you just did not stand in the safe spot at all. Get strings. I do actually like that they don't all do the mechanics perfectly. Sorry, I was trying to look up at the bird. You won't catch me the same way twice. Oh, a wide open beak? Go to the side? Oh! Okay. That was more of towards him. But yeah, I like that they are also learning. See, now they did it much better. I wonder if the red thing, if that's only in the trust system, or if that's gonna be in the main fight as well. Again, I haven't really played with the trust system. The only system I played with...
You're mine!
Oh, snow. The only system I played with is the duty support for Realm Reborn. Oh, shimmy this way? Yes. Keep it motion. But is this just a new thing that we're gonna be doing with the red text on screen? Because if this is something that's only in the trust system, this would actually be an excellent teaching thing. Circles of... Oh, they're all running away from it. I wasn't sure if this was a tower mechanic or like a line mechanic. Turns out it's line mechanic. Oh, we're going into storm now.
All that I have and more I bring to bear!
How are you all floating? Oh, there we go. I'll float up here with Ryle. I'm not sure how that worked.
I have you now.
Think you're tough, do you?
Oh, if we're above this, we float. Oh, but if we're hanging up there now, we're gonna hit by lightning. Noted, noted, noted. Definitely stand here. Let's make sure I have some ink there to work with. Down we go again. Okay, this is going great. Towers. Towers and slides, so we want to slide first. Oh, if you type in towers first. But yeah, these definitely feel a little bit like tutorial dungeons. But please tell me about it in the comments. Like, is this something that's normal in Trust? That it has that thing on the screen to kind of tell you how a mechanic works? Or is it something that's coming just with Dawntrail? Don't run away from me! I think this might be a really fun extreme trial. Not to mention, the extreme trial mouse this time around are wings. And it's amazing.
You underestimate me.
I haven't had to pull out any of my big boy healing stuff though. Oh. Maybe this is the time to put out the big... Would have been the time to put out the big boy healing stuff. Don't stand in this. Or this. Or this. Okay, so we are... Okay, we're changing back to snow.
Out of my way!
You underestimate me.
When he does that, he actually does quite a bit of damage. So that would be a good time for that. Oh, I was just casually hit by almost everything there. Help! Help me! If I die, we lose! Okay, I'm just stunned. Wait, I'm just stunned? Okay, keep moving. This way. Here?
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
The heavens brilliance? What is the heavens brilliance?
Back off.
Or was it just...
Have you now?
Maybe that's just what Suralja says. Or somebody says? I didn't realize who said that.
Take that.
Here we go. Okay, we need to be up. So we need to be here. Or there. Okay, everybody is in a good place. Doing good, doing good. Everybody's doing good. I'm proud of you guys. Those with feathers. Okay, let's move down. Okay, this circular stuff. Well, the feathers did cause rate wide damage when they came down, I think. We need to move over here. There's no secondary mechanic going on, so I don't have to worry about. Oh no, that. I need to stop standing on that. But we won! I'm sorry, big firebird, but you have to go away now. So, did we actually kill Valgarmanda? Pretty good. I mean, it was definitely weaker than it was when Kalubjaja fought it. Because, well, is coming out of like an 80-year-old time in ice prison. But still, pretty good. Small wonder they call it the Sky Ruin. I've been curious to see Soral Jah in action. It was an ordeal indeed. Well, that was grueling. We won! We won! You fought well, Amati, without hesitation. I expected more. Well, 80 years of ice prison. It wasn't even at full power yet. We fought the easy version. Thankfully. Oh, that little breath.
We did it. We slew Valgarmanda.
Yes, you did.
A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage.
Mm-hmm.
For you, Papa!
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
No.
The Fidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference.
Yes, they do. But still.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
Doesn't change the fact that he killed Valgarmanda. You fought well, though.
I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend.
You indeed did.
I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
You're a little bit too focused on the miracle part. There's a lot of pressure to live up to.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
He deserves better. Let's go save him. That was a really fun fight. I quite like that. Oh, look at this glam. Oh, she's pretty. Nice job. Like, look at that. That's such a nice like combo with the hair and the accessory and everything. Alright, back to the story. Connor did well. Our promise has promised too, don't you think? I think so. It is fortunate we vanquished that winged calamity, and it could inflict greater suffering upon these lands. Witnessing Suralja in battle, I understand why he is widely considered to be Tuliola's greatest warrior. Oh, she has a blue variety as well. I don't know who this is, but she's just showing off like really pretty Tural glams. I like it. Didn't I tell you? I pull my own weight in battle now. Oh, Kyle. You do. You've always done. I mean, without her, all of our friends would be dead after our visit to the first. I'm still giddy from our victory. The matter of outdoing our father aside, this was the best outcome we could have hoped for. Never again will our people need to fear the looming shadow of the Sky Ruin. Indeed. Your proud expression bespeaks a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Suralja came back earlier but left almost immediately with Sarilja in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebration. It's because he's a sourpuss. There's nothing unusual for Suralja. No, it's Bakuljaja that concerns me. He's probably ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we can't slay Valigarmanda, it wasn't only Urkopachi at risk. There would have been death across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Bakuljaja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Yep. Let me see, then Erenville has something? Spending time alone with Sarilja was aching to torture. Despite my obvious disinterest, he spewed a constant stream of mean-spirited bile. Honestly, I might have preferred facing fire and ruin with you on the battlefield. Okay, Thancred would suggest sharing the news of your victory. Yes! The Yak'Tel must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valigarmanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alphino as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We should not let them worry another moment. And then we can also... Do we want to go to the capital and tell Papa that we killed Valigarmanda? I feel, I feel like this fits as the trial of Valigarmanda. Maybe we should get another keystone? No, I'm not sure they have more stones to give us. Okay, people here are back in their original positions. Nice, nice. I expected I would be asked to track many things during the course of our journey, but Valigarmanda was not among them. Welcome back. Not for a moment did I doubt that you would return safe and sound. You worried though a little, didn't you? Scaling a massive mountain, fighting an elector, battling against a legendary monstrosity. Yes, you could say, I'm a little tired. I thought the village would be in hiding. Alphino's confidence in us must have reassured them. Amidst the chaos of the Sky Ruin's awakening, I had forgotten we still have the Feat of Ice to complete. Well, that's sorted. While we were content with the Screeching Menace, I expect Bakuljaja was off for the next feat. I see Master Alphino had made good use of the time to further tend the wounded. Yeah, Alfie has become a really good healer. Before we do anything else, we should talk to Gurfurlur. Yes, let's tell him that all is safe. Valgaramanda is slain.
To the temple, then.
It should not be a problem.
That won't be necessary. Heroes of the hour.
He came out to meet us. He is so big.
Valgarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
Will we get names up on the mountain?
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
Yeah, the feet of ice.
The feat of ice. You were to fortify Valgarmanda's prison.
Yeah, that's not really needed anymore.
How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zulmurwar? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul Jalja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
Nice. Oh, this is a black one. So, element of darkness. Oh, it's like a dark green black one. Huh.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Yeah, and 1 to get back.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valgarmanda.
Mm-hmm.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokhui. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
He's so proud of her. It's so cute. He's just a proud big brother.
Was never much of a talker, our brother.
No.
If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
What if they both
Then
do
you
it?
need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Oh, hey!
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You Woklamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valgarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, yourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Yak'Tel expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
That's one big statue.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
Mm-hmm.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Yak'Tel, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Indeed.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
Yeah, we're not in a forest.
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yak'Tel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory.
So the dreams only happened in Yak'Tel?
Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yak'Hui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yak'Tel next.
Oh?
Maybe we'll find out more when we get there.
Who lives in Yak'Tel?
Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude.
I think he took it personally.
I merely repaid a debt.
Mm-hmm.
Farewell, Wuk Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
I have a feeling we might end up meeting again. So until next time, World Parlor. So we need to go to Yak'Tel. A heavenly land suffused with a golden glow. So Yak'Tel is where the Yak'yu had their golden dreams. We may soon have the chance to investigate that tale firsthand. With only 2 keystones remaining, we at last began to gain a fuller picture of the legend of the Golden City. What a turn of events! We were only meant to strengthen the eyes, but Bakul Jaja idiocy forced us to do them one better. And Bakul Jaja is not going to be able to obtain that keystone. Also, he should be disqualified. I at least feel that would be fair. I don't think Porlur and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart about Tuliyollal. But that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is a proof of that. And even if they don't want to necessarily be under the control of the city or the nation, it doesn't mean they can't work with it. Right, time to track down the next elector. You have a Stinian minion here in the background, just flying all over the place. The promise of peace. Erenville would propose a course of action. I think it's time we return to Tuliyollal. After scaling Tural's tallest mountain and battling a legendary beast to the death, even a dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I heard that Forard Cabin's calling our names. Are we gonna dream about the city of gold? Yeah, so when I first imagined the giant, I thought they would all be this size. So I was waiting for like his size of chairs to stand on and sit on. Even though like I'm happy with his size of chairs. Like they're still fun. It puts everybody else as sort of a Lalafell size compared to them, but this one would just have been really funny. We have to go speak with Erenville in Tuliyollal. There they all are. There are still 2 feats left to go. We want to face them refreshed and ready for action. Oh, I won't say no to clean sheets and a soft pillow. No sooner did we set foot back in Tuliyollal than I felt the weight of the recent events set in all at once. I'm definitely due for a long nap. I'll take the opportunity to think on some things. What do you think, Erenville? Rest well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. I have a small errand to run in the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace, Wuklamat? Wuklamat, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, it seems. Well, no matter. I'll be back soon enough. An attendant is standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. Oh? Oh! Oh, because technically we haven't unlocked our cabin? Though we stayed here earlier. Let me see. Cabin attendant. Hello. Welcome back, Mr. Small. Your cabin is just as you left it, minus a light layer of dust. Oh, so you clean. Thank you. Or is there now dust? I miss our talks with our ghost friend on the first. I do like that we have moments in here.
You have a moment?
Yeah?
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
So,
What's happening?
It's just too stuffy in here, that's what.
Uh-huh.
We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air. That's what we need.
Okay. You're kind of freaking me out here. That was delightfully awkward. You okay? Sorry to drag you away from your nice, comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places in Tuliyollal. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the Resplendent Quarter and make our way up from there. Okay. It was like she was trying to confess a crush on me or something. Please don't do that. That's not... no. So if I go to the Resplendent Quarter... see, the Resplendent Quarter. The night music here is actually quite pleasant. It kind of though reminds me of like elevator music or like phone waiting music. Oh, hello. Oh, hello dear. You were one of Uglamat's new friends? Peshiva, what are you doing up and about? You're back feeling better? It's much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out fighting your hardest to win the throne. You're the claimant with the greatest love for peace. I love this nation of ours, and lending you my support is the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it will help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Peshiva. And thank you, Third Promise. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All those smiling faces. Hello. Sorry, Malisity. I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. That makes sense. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to the spot I was thinking of? Sure. Just whatever you need. Oh, we walked around for this long? Okay. Also, this is a very good spot. Oh, we can see where the ships actually dock off in the distance. I hadn't noticed that before.
This is much better.
Yeah?
I used to come here all the time when I was little. Would look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of Warkor Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far. I realized nothing gives me greater joy than the happiness of others. Life has its ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
That's not a bad idea. That's the sort of thing I would expect you to say.
Really? I feel proud somehow. It's an answer I arrived at by trying to be true to myself. That you think I succeeded, it means a lot. So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness! It's just like Kryl said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be.
Aww.
It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
Aww.
If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much, and in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me?
Of course. Not an ounce of hesitation. I still gotta find the city of gold.
Thank the gods for that. Well, I've nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
Yeah, you walked us all the way up to the palace, so I can then walk all the way back down to the cabins. I really like Vuklamat. He's a very nice character to have. What kind of a sleeping pose is that? That's not how I sleep. I mean, the mouth is right, but otherwise, no. I sleep in way much more of a mess than that. Just looking at the sky? Yeah, I'm one of those people who ends up sometimes upside down in the bed. You look to be in a good spirit. I assume your leisure time was well spent? I was glad to get some quality time myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Yeah. Now we need to go to the Yak'Tel. Alphino seems eager to review your journey thus far. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Yeah, surely they have. There we go. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Soralja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Vuglamat would be equal with them but for Bakul Jaja's thievery. This has left us one short. That conniving braggart didn't do much as lift a finger for the feat of proof, and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine, this I swear. Indeed. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakul Jaja unleashing of Valgarmanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I would be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of people, I'll do what I must. I would prefer not to have to steal keystones, but if we do, can we steal from your oldest brother? The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamul Jah and the Sabral in the forest of Yak'Tel, specifically near a village called Ikbrax. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Yorsi has a similar tale. The explorer, Ketenram, befriended a 2-headed king known as the Autarch before commencing his travels across Tural. He journeyed there several times afterward, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is the common held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Ketenram... my nose is really itchy. I think I have like XM going on. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Ketenram fellow must have come to Tuliyollal? But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yak'Tel architecture notwithstanding. Wait, you said Autarch, didn't you? Then Ketenram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Tural, once upon a time, and the seat of the Mamul Jah homeland. It too lies in Yak'Tel, not far from Ibrax. Then, all things considered, Yak'Tel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. We're still entirely in the south of Tural, though. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Kona's balloons. They can't be any worse than ships, can they? I don't know. I've never been in a balloon ride. They don't look the stablest. But I mean, airships aren't exactly always smooth and stable. That's a really cool jacket this person has. They did say before the release that the south and north part of Tural would have almost separate stories. Like they're still connected, but they would feel quite separate. So I'm guessing the whole competition, like gathering all the stones and stuff, will take part in the south of Tural. And then finding the city of gold and whatever consequences come from that is gonna be in the north of Tural. I think that kind of makes sense. Right, Uglamad, you ready to fly? I'll be fine. Just fine. How exciting! The design of Turali dirigibles intrigues me. I must note how they perform compared to the Eorzean airship. I don't know, I think they might be a little bit wobbly. For as much as I wish we could ignore him, Bakul Jaja is a real threat. We can't afford to let our guard down. Yak'Tel, where the Yak'U dreamt of the Golden City. And this is also the homeland of the Mamul Jah, so we might learn a little bit more about Bakul Jaja and this whole sibling thing he keeps on talking about. Not the blessed sibling, but he said like, disappoint our siblings. Ready to leave when you are? The next flight to Yak'Tel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Alright. They look very pretty. You can do it, Buklamat. Are we sure the thing will stay in the air? All the way to Yak'Tel? Remember, Kona made it. It was safe. Are you ready? Bags packed and her goodbye said. There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything, I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. What did we say about feelings and talking about them? Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Will you hold my hand? Just until we settle my nerves? Sure. Maybe... yeah, of course. Though you might have to carry me if you want to hold my hand. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Malisity. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is. Third promise. Wait just a moment. Oh hey, Maplu. Maplu and Tobly, of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Because he doesn't want to go on the dirigible. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Oh? Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Yogg-Tural as a protective word for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant whom the first sales are attributed. Okay. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that the charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yak'Tel, to where it seems you're already bound. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there, or yet another discovery to look forward to. Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the ride. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yak'Tel. Time to go. You can do it, Wuglamat. But again, you will either have to bend down or carry me if you want me to hold your hand. I'm really hopes he wins. Yak'Tel will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Dawn servant must be willing to bear the full weight of his nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be. Oh! Did something bad happen there?
The fierce Shepral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yak'Tel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
It's very pretty.
It is here, where the Shepral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
She gets airsick.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in kozama'uka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
Here are the cenotes.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
It's like...
It was one time.
Is the Shepral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Okay.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
So the Shepral are Hrothgars, I believe. And this is where Wuglamat originally came from. So we might learn more about her origin. Well, that journey was delightful. The wind was fair and the vessel hardly rocked at all. I can hardly fathom how difficult travel must have been before the second promise introduced dirigibles. Can you imagine having to walk all this way? Worry not, Kryl, and I will ensure our promise doesn't wind up at the bottom of one of those cenotes. That's good. Would it kill Erenville to give me the benefit of the doubt? Or the benefit of a second chance? Potentially. Yak away. Are we going there? Okay. Can you tell me about this place? This here dirigible flies between Yak'Tel and Tuliolal, thanks to the technology of Kona brought back from beyond the Soul. We established a route that goes over the dense forest of this region. It's only been 3 years since the dirigible were built, but I can't imagine life without them. If you're keen to soar through the skies, just ask the landing attendant. Yeah, and that's... I don't know, this is just really cool. I also like that they have, like... oh, you know, they have stairs like this for airplanes as well. Oh, we can actually go up on the dirigible here. So I don't know. So when I was a kid, I grew up in a town in the north of Iceland. And when you were flying between that and the capital, we don't have this land like thing that connects to the airplane and you walk through that like you do on the big airports. Instead, they would just have these stairs. They just like wheel over and you just walk upstairs. You can see them often on, I think, TV and such, for like when the president of the US is walking down from like private planes. But yeah, this reminds me of that. It's just taller, obviously. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. Well, I mean, there is fog. Because every time I go to a new area, there is fog. Look at the water here, it's so pretty. I love this type of blue water. It's so nice, it's so inviting. Especially because you can see the bottom, and I like that. I like water where you can see the bottom of it, and it's like crystal clear, and like this water is perfection. It's so pretty. Is that a fish? Just standing there? It's just the chillest fish ever. Oh, don't attack me! You're very... Oh. Do you have like blades? What the hell? I was gonna go like, you're very cute, and then you just casually whip out the mantis blades on your arms? Could you not? I'm just gonna grab this air current. Uh-huh. That was creepy. That was definitely creepy. Very creepy. Necrosis. I have a feeling these don't smell very good. Considering the name. The smell of necrosis is not pleasant. Can you just not? Thank you. For all of Erenville's insistence, I have yet to discover anything particularly blue about this forest. Well, that's because it's the lower forest, I believe. See, no tumbles, thanks to Kryl and Alizé, but still counts. Take care not to get separated. I would hate to lose you to this rampant undergrowth. Yeah, I could really vanish in it. Is that Ibrax over there, I wonder? I think so, yeah. Good, everyone's accounted for. Ibrax is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Yeah, I can vanish into like most of the shrubbery here quite easily. Oh, there's pretty music here. It's nice to have one area that is just a massive forest. This must be the place. That's a weird tower. Okay, step 1. Grab the Aetheryte. Because otherwise I will forget and that will be annoying. It looks like they're cooking something here. Look how... You see the cat wants to be cooked? Look, this is a pit for cooking. And here they have like stones holding down a cloth. You can see the heat coming up from it. That's kinda neat. I wonder what they're making. Oh, here is the lore person. Welcome, traveler. It seems you've come a long way. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Tell me about yourself. See the buildings around here? I painted them. Everyone knows that when searching for Yak, you look for the red amongst the green. It helps us find our village no matter how far into the forest we wander. Every time I apply a fresh coat of paint to buildings, I give a prayer that none shall lose their way. Well, that's neat. What kind of place is this? Why, this is Yak, is the home of the Sabral, who trace their lineage back to the Brags, mightiest of the wood creatures. Night on 80 years ago, our long war with the Mamulja was brought to an end, thanks to the intervention of the Dawn Servant. Since then, we have lived our days in peace, availing ourselves of the forest's many blessings. I think I know why you've come here, the right of succession, yes? Although your time here may be short, I hope you remember our home fondly. Aww. So they were in direct war with the Mamulja. I also like the reason why they paint their houses. Oh, we have like a wrestling match. Traveling through the village, I've managed to look around, and it looks like there's a hunt train going. I always think these are really cool. I've been in few. I need to take more part in them in this expansion to gather more currency, but I really like them. It's always really neat seeing all of these players come together on like a singular goal. And everyone's always so nice. Anyway, where are my companions now that I have like 300 players just chilling here? There we go. I think we should try not to fall into that. Oh look, there's a rope to get out. I cannot fall in. Just so you know, I shall be very cross if you push me. I want to push you though. Are all cenotes this deep, I wonder? I've fallen into high tide harbor enough times to be a professional diver. There's no way I'd fall into something like this on accident. What's so blue about this forest? You'll see. Yeah, I think it's like the other part of the forest. Erinwell was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any further, shall we push Alice? It would be funny. She would kill us, but it would be funny. It would be a worthy end to our lives. Let's see, is it a nice weapon? What do we look like? Not... Oh, it's dyeable. What can be dyed on this thing? Okay, this is the base plate. And I'm guessing the stone? Yeah. Well, I don't have any... the only dye on me... Oh, well, I could make the stone purple like this. Wait. The issue is I don't really have any dyes on me, otherwise I could maybe make this nicer. I don't hate that. We can do it like this. I have a new weapon to use. Oh, look. It's very pretty. Looks like the gem shines a bit. Anyway. Are we ready to proceed? I'm eager to learn more about Yak and Sabral customs. What do you think, Buglamat? Buglamat's attention is divided between perilous deep cenotes and Ikbrax. Ready to head on in? Yeah. Gotta be weird to visit the place you were born in, not remembering anything about it and knowing you were abandoned. Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully, our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. We were fighting Valgarmanda, so better not. The third promise and her retinue, I presume. You presume right, I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector? Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars. At the village center, everyone is waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. Through my walking through the village, one of the characters noted that this place, the central village where they look at the stars together, there's a stage there and everything. That now there is a kitchen there that didn't used to be there. And that is the result. That is because of this event. Oh, he is there as well.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
So you've been waiting all this time?
Self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Ibras Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
He has a similar fur and hair color to Buglamat. And same eyes.
As all 4 claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise. If you would please join us.
Is this her dad? Maybe I'm just reaching. Maybe I'm just reaching too much, but she has the same dark spots on the back of her ears. Hey then, Gret.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
Huh? Do we get to pick the teams?
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Can you get Sarulja?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner.
Oh, so they just have 2 keystones.
Teams will be decided by lots.
Oh.
Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
We're gonna end up with Bakul Jaja, aren't we? I don't want to work with him.
Twelve forbid Wuglamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
We're definitely getting paired with him. There's no way we're ending up with Kona. Even if that would be the best thing.
Claimants, please present your colors.
Please not Bakul Jaja. Please not Bakul Jaja.
I have red.
Blue.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Kona!
Together again, as fate would have it.
Oh, that makes this so much more pleasant.
Victory's as good as ours.
I'm not so sure, but the chances
With our
higher.
claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Indeed.
Not the one-head.
You wouldn't have liked working with any of us
Listen well,
anyway.
for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
That's why it has a kitchen now. It's a cooking competition.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
Oh, shut up, Sarilja.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink.
That is
The
true.
Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future.
There he goes again.
The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques.
Kona, don't
Kitchens have
mess
been made
this up.
available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
So we have to cook it the traditional way.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. It's a light, I wonder.
Do we get the recipe? So, are you Wukulamat's dad? You may make use of the kitchen at any time. I look forward to tasting your Shibruk Bibil. But what is it? How do we make it? Do you suppose the first promise and Bakul Jaja will wear matching aprons? I dearly hope so. That would be hilarious. Only 2 claimants can receive keystones from this feat. Intimidating perhaps, but irrelevant. We shall prevail. The second promise will no doubt have thoughts on how best to proceed. Let's us ask for his perspective. Yeah, and then try to stop him because they said traditional cooking methods. The first promise and Bakul Jaja are formidable on the field, but in the kitchen, I think the odds are in our favor. Potentially. For pairing to be thus decided, the stars align for us indeed. As much as I would have loved to defeat you all in a high-stakes culinary battle, I couldn't have asked for a better allies. I consider myself a connoisseur of all things tasty and to rally, but this is the first I've heard of this Sibruk people. Yeah, what is this exactly? How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulation have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempt to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. There she goes. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition has a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Sarilja and Bakulja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9, that's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Exactly. Let's not be stupid about this. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Sibruk pibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Sabral people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues in this village has to offer. So, we just need to look at what they're doing. I think the cooking station I found. Okay, there's a cooking station I found in other parts of the village which might be related to this. Oh, there they are. Okay, colorful spices. The food ain't ready yet, you hear? Oh, you aren't here for that. Apologies. I get people breathing down my neck constantly like they don't realize a proper meal takes time. This should be all I need. Okay, so we need colorful spices. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in the basket. And this one called Yak'Tel. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine. But its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Our most popular cuisine, you say? We didn't want to say the name of it, but we're gonna need that particular spice. Fastidious fellow. I think it was behind these houses I found stuff burning. The recipe for Sibruk pibil? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Order from Humunbruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I hope there's still Ibruk to be had at a market. And then he winks at us. So we need Ibruk. It was somewhere near here though. Oh, Hobbygola and Serengardian. Jish, so much for our plan. We have to cut out our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? Hello. What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. So you're trying to rob us again? I will tell you, I have a new stick, and I do not fear inserting it in uncomfortable places if I have to. Ah, there they are. See this thing here? Oh, banana peel. Like this thing. This underground cooking. What fun this is. I think this matters, this type of cooking. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no, it appears I've gone and dropped my najol. I mean, Yak'Tel banana peel. I could barely see it for all the steam issuing from the underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. This is what to do. A banana? Okay, I think we have everything we need, along with information about the next plot on stealing our stones. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Sipruk Pibil? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish. An observation of their technique yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to Siprul Pibil. But one in particular she attributed to all common Sabral dishes. Akiote, she called it. I see, then if Siprul Pibil is indeed a dish of ubiquitous as Alfinu claims, we'll have confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in leaf of najul or banana in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw them the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Yeah, Ibruk without a doubt. But the guy wanted to buy at the market, as would be expected of a dish called Sipruk Pibil, indeed. To summarize, this dish is one of Ibruk, flavored with a combination of spices that include akiote and steamed underground with najul or banana leaves. Given our assumption are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you were all exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and wild Ibruk, we should have everything we need in regard to meat and spices. Heh, leave it to a master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtlessly require firewood, and I have some experience in this gathering. His proudest accomplishment in his life. I too shall be glad to volunteer mine aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Ibruk if they will perform the requisite deed, Alice. As for the najul leaves, I believe I'm capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find najul in this part. They only grow in the Yak'Tel heartlands, forest far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first? This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Malisity, if you would accompany me on my errand? Sounds like a plan. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let us be about our task then. And off we go. It's kind of delightful that part of the trial is a cooking competition. What do you say, Kona? Lamati had no specific task assigned to her, so you had to accompany me. No more, no less. Come on, let's go and get those Naju leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Priorities. Kona has the look of a man intent on finding bananas. Let us see if there are Naju leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Urianger mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Maybe. And maybe we could trade him something. Like, Kona is very smart with technology, so maybe he has something he could trade for the leaves. An underground oven. This must be the cook Urianger was talking about. Indeed. The earth here is indeed fashioned into an oven of sorts. Fascinating. Oh, hello again. Did you need something? Yes, we require banana leaves, please. You could spare. Naju leaves? For purpose other than Sibrul Pipil, naturally. Unfortunately, I've just used up my last. You'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Golmaji Grove is the source of the finest Najun leaves you'll find, while the variants you sometimes see in the city market can't be compared. I see. I'd hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredient, then to the Jatika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Oh, thank you. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tillenbeck Traverse, but it has caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Naju leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other ways of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. That's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'll be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find Sibrul Pipil to be delicious but daunting dish to finish. So we have to finish it. I can't wait. Interesting. Still, if there are no leaves here and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the people and culture in Tol Yolal. So perhaps there is something about Sibrul Pipil that we have yet to learn, something of significance other than its recipe and ingredients. Yeah. Oh, I see. Like, who was the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yak'Tel's history you're interested in, you should start with the old war. Between the Sabral and Mamuljarite. These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remain a scar upon the earth. To know the end of the bloodshed is to know Sibrul Pipil. Oh. Ah. What does steamed Ibruk have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. vexing those as details may seem, I think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of the settlement ruined by war. The village of Ilion Aso. It lies a short distance to the east. Alright. Maybe they set up some leaves there for us. The village of Ilio Aso. Understood. Thank you for your help. Come, let's go see this place. So, probably a ruined village. Remnants of war. I was told not to talk about Sibrul Pibil. The history of our people and the important development therein are another matter. There they are. Everyone knew there was a war between the Mamulja and Sabral, but I may have forgotten some of the details. Was it a bad war? The village of Ilionasoa must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Maybe. I have a feeling we're about to see a very ugly history. Holy hell, there's just a massive hole here. So this is one of the holes into the cenotes he was warning us about. That is alarmingly just right there. Thankfully the game has invisible walls, otherwise I would fall into these. Leave me alone, you creepy ass squirrel. This place feels forgotten by time. So this is the village of Ionaso, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Hey, Vukavu. What are you doing all the way here? Vukavu! I didn't know you were in Yak'Tel. I was picking up lumber from Ikbrags when I heard the third promise was on a way to the site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Vukavu is a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promise Retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose. I am. My name is Kona. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh, he's gonna panic. Kona. Well, that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard it? Cue panic. Kona! As in the second promise of Tuliolal. Oh, to think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as a common retainer. Such disrespect cannot be executed. Please take up your gun and... Oh, come on, not this again. I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright, then, I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. The whiplash this guy gives us is amazing. I understand you wish to learn about Sibruk Pibil. While I am forbidden by the Sabrak Sarax to divulge any information regarding his preparation, I would be happy to share what I know of Yak'Tel's history. We would appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Sabral and Mamulja was one of land. The Mamulja live in the lower forest where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil is unforgiving to crop. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Sabral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favoured higher ground, and the Sabral forest held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them again and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well. Blessed siblings. You must understand, the Mamulja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hobbigo, Boneva, and Dapro each sought to assert dominance over the other, even as they engaged the Sabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bond and discourage infighting, Hobbigo and Boneva later arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed the partner of different clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of a Hobbigo and Boneva both. A two-headed Mamulja, blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess. He grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first autarch, a ruler of the three clans. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the autarch's rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to head. I think it's best you see the result firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, and there I shall continue the tale. Alright. Is that where the dead trees are there in the distance? I like that we're getting like a really neat history lesson here. Can I get into these houses somehow? No, they're all boarded up. Not there's anything really inside them. Oh, finally! Clear skies, some light. No more rain. What happened here? By the 12. Yeah, this is a lot of death. What happened to the forest?
This is where most battles were fought between the Sabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinder Field.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
Her dad is so cool.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
We are being watched. Oh.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Buff your tails and scurry off, then!
Cowards like you ill deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
Is the Sabral with him, Bukeva? He has a horn
And
like...
so began that legendary banquet.
No.
One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue.
Maybe it is.
But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Shabral steamed najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, The Dawn Servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
Sounds like it, yeah.
It is a marriage of Shabral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation.
Makes sense why they want
The
us to
Dawn
make the
Servant
dish.
had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast.
I like that they held just a
end,
few day
A
party.
peace accord was reached, and the Dawn Servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us.
We are being followed.
What's wrong?
There's somebody watching us. Freaking me out a little bit.
Someone was there, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
But isn't the lesson of this to work with your opponent? So would the solution be to work with the other team? I hope I've been of sufficient service to the third promise. These 2 chocobos are having the time of their life, and I don't know why. I never imagined our father was instrumental to Shibruk Pibil's invention. Why are you all bouncy like this? Are you fighting something? Choco Surge. I am so confused. Papa really did live up to his word. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And we're doing the same now. Indeed. I have gotten new pants. They don't break the glam that much, surprisingly enough. Which is nice, because I'm not near an Aetheryte. It's thanks to Vuk Evu that we're able to learn this forest history. That's twice now that he's helped us, so think that we might never have met him if he hadn't thought to fix the float. Indeed. What do you say, Kona? Ooh, something secret? Bananas still weigh heavily upon Kona's mind. Yeah, we still need bananas. Vuk Evu has given us valuable insight into the origins of Shibruk Pibil. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary Najul leaves. Unless... Tell me, was that historical feat commemorated in some fashion? With a monument, for instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. Did Did you guys plant the banana plant? What does Kwana want with a monument? It's only speculation, but I dare to hope. Look at this. So, we have the two weapons put down as a memory of, like, this is the moment of peace, I guess. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vows that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us through. Especially one of the heart of so significant of a battlefield. Lamati, Malisity, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Do you think they've hidden leaves around here somewhere? Look here, the soil has been recently overturned. They did hide leaves for us. Oh, someone buried a box. Well, well. I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are. Fresh, new leaves. On Muruk's doing, I would wager. There's poetry in hiding them on his battlefield, given that it was the central to the war they helped end. Heh, so he planned all of this from the start. Thanks you again, Vugavu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, Third Promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devise allusion to the Hanu's ailing crop, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more about the people of Tuliyollal and what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. You okay, Kwana? I cannot argue with that. Huh. We have what we need. Let us return to Ikbrax. I have a feeling eventually he might give us his keystone, so we can continue. So I'm still pretty positive they're gonna end up ruling together. Another cenote. One thing cool about this place is you can see the different weapons. Stop attacking me. So on this side, we have the Mumblejaw weapons. Like these are their fortifications. And then if we go on the other side, we have the Zabral fortifications instead. Pretty neat. Now let me make it back to the town. You have to wonder whether Vugavu is actually a historian and not a shipwright. Could be both. I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I am famished. Let's wait and see. I wonder if they've managed to find the ingredients they require. How did everyone fare? we got the Najul leaves, Wook Evu came along and helped us find them. Wook Evu was here. I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. He was pretty cool. He is a pretty cool guy. So are we ready to do the cooking? I don't see the others being back yet. That Guluk Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare surprised me little, but to achieve such peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find the other solution. But how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Urianger and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need, with no mention of what we needed them for, of course. And I'm pleased to report that we stocked with the finest firewood this forest has to offer. Spoken like a true expert. Aaron, Will and I found our ipruk, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down a cenote trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? I picked a good portion of local herbs, with particular attention to the seeds that yield achiote. I'm told our resident astrologian divined the appropriate measurement for the seasoning as well. Aye, through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. I presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I can cook. I can hardly claim profound skill, but I have cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. And you, I hope, as I recall, you're an accomplished culinarian? Yes. Oh, my mouth is watering already. I find Wuklama to be such a delight to travel with. Without further delay then, let's get cooking. I wonder what the dish looks like.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Exactly.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
Hmm? It's ready.
Oh, that looks very spicy.
Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
So it's sort of like tacos.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral. It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then. In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably.
Can we not eat it?
Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yak'Tel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Bibil, as you will no doubt agree.
It looks the same. That was not a very happy graph.
I see. While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Did they forget the spices?
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Bibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
We got leaves.
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Enough to
Your dish lacks an essential
the win.
ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Bibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
Now he has to make the choice. Will he try to steal from his siblings?
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
It's interesting how different the actor is for us and her.
This sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
And she's just eating away.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
choke on your harmony.
Come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Part of the meal is just to eat up. This is not a problem for her.
That was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
I never know what I take up between expansions.
It was palatable enough, I suppose. To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Thank you.
Only one feat left.
And I'm guessing that feat is gonna be in the village of the Mamulja.
Well, I should get going then.
This was a fun one. I like this feat.
I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
You were glad you were paired
We can do
with
better
her.
than that, surely.
You two still got some work to do on that one. I'm so glad he got the dads with him.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important.
Oh?
Was there any shipwreck people left? I could really use another helping.
She's a very hungry woman. Yeah, so far my favorite part of this expansion has been the relationship between her and Kona. I'm relieved that our dish was well received. We need to start considering how to reclaim the keystones from Bakul Jaja. Depriving the first promise of keystone is a crucial victory indeed. One final feat remains. After this one, I hardly know what to expect. That was so good! I'm already looking forward to having Siprul Pipil again. Here, Malisity, Kryle made more using leftover ingredients. You'll love it. I'm thinking of buying more for the road myself. Now that the feat of repast is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? Oh, so I get like a set of... Oh, it's like a tabletop version. I could put it in my house. Nice. New wares are now available from the Sabral merchant. Guys, I will be right back. There is a merchant calling my name. A father's grief. The next feat awaits, and Alfina would have you on the road as soon as possible. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We should, skedaddle. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective of the ride, it would be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of the Brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The Tien-Back Traverse, which connects the upper forest to the Jatika heartland, is still impassable. We cannot take a dirigible down there? Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is on the way, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. Then let us each use this time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the village surroundings, if Erenwell would oblige me with a tour. Very well, I have no other engagements. Then I will come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does offer me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's proposed visit in Yak'Tel. Oh, that's right. Mamplu said something about a foreign maze coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Malisity? Heck yeah. This is the story I wanna pursue. First we're stuck here anyway. Let us reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yak'Tel some 20 years ago, and who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let us make inquiries where we can. Or we could try to talk to the leader. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more about the family of our third promise. Where would this, what are we going to be talking to exactly? Oh, they're down here. A grizzled villager. This fella looks promising. Definitely older than I am. That's something. I hope someone in Ikbrax knows something. A foreign mage 20 years ago. Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visited from across the salt, let alone those traveling with an infant. A baby girl, as I recall. I only saw him passing mind. If anyone were to know more, I would wager it would be Humuruk. He was already Sabrak Sarax then. A baby girl? It couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. That information is very helpful. Was that a... No, that would not be a... Was that Cry? It's more likely that it was Wuglamat. But... Well, Cry originally grew up in an orphanage in Eorzea. We know Wuglamat comes from here. This may be the very lead I was hoping for. To Humuruk has been Sabrak Sarax for over 20 years. That's before I was even born. Though, maybe not. I don't quite know the ages of those two. Hello again. Do you require assistance? A foreign mage passed through Ikbrax roughly 20 years ago, possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me this? Who is this man to you? He may have been my grandfather, and I wish to know what brought him here. Your grandfather? Not by blood, but he is family nonetheless. A foreign mage did indeed visit Ikbrax. Master Galef. That's the man. So far as his identity is concerned, I trust you're satisfied? More than that, however, I cannot say. Really? Why not? Come on, you must know something. I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well, I will not press. Thank you confirming his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have another question. They say that the Yak'Tel once dwelled in the forest. Where was that exactly? General curiosity indeed. But yes, before they withdrew to Urkopacha, some 5 centuries ago, the Yak'Tel claimed Yak'Tel as their own. Many of their architecture remain, can be found in the lower forest, the Yatika heartlands. Oh, so we have to go down there. And that's where they must have had the visions. Thank you, that answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family. So believe me when I say that though my position forbids me from aiding you further, I wish you nothing but success. But by helping the third promise find the Golden City, you will surely find the answer to your question. Oh. Huh. He knows something. Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, Malisity. May I request a moment of your company? Sure. Are you about to tell me that Wuglamat is your daughter? Go on, we'll wait for you. Thank you for obliging me. First, let us head to the cenote behind this village. Oh. Sure. If you want to talk at the hole in the ground, we can. Oh, this cenote. Oh, this is pretty. I wonder if I can dive in it. It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mistress Kryle's plea has softened my resolve. As leader of our community, I am gladdened to see that the third promise has surrounded herself with such compassionate and trustworthy companions. Would you tell me of her journey thus far? This is her dad. But why? Was he not raised here? Is that so? It seems the rite has been a source of great learning and growth for Wuglamat. Indeed. It does me well to hear that. My daughter would be about her age. Girls are rarely born amongst the Sabral, so when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when the first I held her, and pain when I found her at the bottom of a cenote. Oh no. 3 years old. An accident, it was said, but I knew better. She had been pushed. I am so sorry. Though we never caught them, a suspicious figure was seen fleeing towards the Yatika heartland, towards Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, the Mamulja and the Sabral had learned to live in peace. But who could doubt the intent of such a reprehensible act? By targeting the child who would one day lead her people, the criminals sought to undermine the future of the Sabral. I was determined not to let them succeed, and so I let the memory of my daughter die in that cenote, and gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. Down, servant, Kuluk, Chacha, wait. But if she drowned, how is she alive? Though she was born to lead the Sabral, fate has great plans for Wuglamat. So did she not die, but maybe just get really injured? Only the Dawn servant and I know the truth. But I must now take you into confidence for one reason. If the village who attempts to murder my daughter was indeed the Mamuk, then the rancor towards the Zabral still burns. I was caught off guard once. I will not suffer the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not as a Dawn servant's elector, but as a father, to watch over the third promise. Defend her from her enemies that may be lurking in shadow. Will you do this for me? Thank you for the bottom of my heart. I'm a little bit confused. Was there 2 children? And one of them died in the cenote? You will hear my question and answer me plainly. Address me not as the ruler of Tuliolal, but a concerned father. She's lucky to have people who love her this much. Suffice it to say, this conversation must remain between us. Pray breathe not a word of this to anyone. Sure. That's very unexpected. Oh, we're being watched. Oh, by one of Bakul Jaja's guys. It gave me shoes. Are these nice shoes? Not really. I think it's time to fix up the glam again. I want to check if I can swim down into that thing though. I can! Oh, I don't like this. No. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to swim down in that anymore. I would rather not. That is very misty and dark and uncomfy. Hamururuk stands quiet, his expression one of old pain. Recalling the past has rendered me emotional. I require a moment to compose myself, but please, do not keep the third promise waiting. Oh, they're going into some sort of an event. Finished speaking with Hanmeruk, have you? Yeah? Okay, upon speaking with Wuklama, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay. Oh, and we're gonna have some fights as well. Hey, Katla. You're back! So what did Hanmeruk want? It's a secret. It's alright, you don't have to say. More importantly, the Tinbeck traveler still isn't clear yet. Something about even more rocks? Then I think I'll take the opportunity to rest. All that cooking and preparing for it has worn me out. Something is about to happen though. A nap does sound tempting. I mean, naps are always quite wonderful. A moment promise. Oh, it's you. You're one of Bakul Jaja's. What do you want? I've come to fetch you. You're welcome to refuse, but I know that it would be most unwise. And why is that? I'm sure your salted friend has an idea. What do you think? Wait, we're gonna go? And they say house cats don't come when called. Follow me, promise. Yeah, I'm coming with. She's not going alone anywhere with you guys. Also, can we leave our, like, rocks behind? So you can't steal any?
What is the meaning of this? And just how far do you plan on taking us?
Here they are. Oh no.
Oh, Morok! Bakul Jaja, you snake! If you want my keystone so badly, you'll deal with me and me alone. Leave the Elector out of this.
Is that all you think he is? Foolish kitty! This man is the reason we are here. Take a good look at him. Go on, look. Surely you recognize your real father.
Don't believe us? Then ask your trusted Sellsworth. She heard it straight from the old man's mouth.
Is it true? Is Humuruk my... Your silence says it all.
Now that you understand the situation, let's see those keystones. I'll even let you fight for them. Just you and me. If that adventurer attempts to interfere, I'll kill the old man myself!
You despicable, heartless fiend! Kinsman or no, I won't stand for you taking hostages!
Yeah.
Come on then! You wanna fight? I'll give you a fight!
Oh, such heroic caterwauling promise. I'm shaking.
God, I hate them.
Guard our hostage well. We wouldn't want to attempt any thoughts of rescue. By the by, Housecat, they've been instructed to put down Papa Dearest when you lose. Hopefully he settled his affairs.
Don't worry. I'm not losing to the likes of him.
Okay. You can do this.
Well, what are you waiting for, you blessed bastards? It's 2 against 1. Don't tell me you're scared.
I know I didn't hear you right.
Yes, you did. You absolute piece of shit. Don't worry, the scary adventurer won't try anything funny.
Foreign scum! Who are you to mock me? I'll kill you all! Don't look away, son. I want you to watch as I tear your beloved promise to shreds!
I'm not worried. I'm a little bit worried, but I'm not gonna tell him that.
Hey, eyes on me. The house cat, remember? I'll say it again. I'm not losing to the likes of you.
Am I gonna be playing Wuklamat in this?
I'm going to become Dawn's servant, and I will protect my people.
I think so. Oh my god, Right. Through skillful combat, Wuklamat will gain the resolve she needs to unleash powerful limit breaks. Not only do these attacks deal great damage, they will recover HP. Use them early and often to emerge victorious. Oh. Alright, so we want to get limit breaks and beat him. Cool. Oh, this looks like a mess. I really wish they would just hide my bars. Okay.
Come, you mangy house cat, so I can rip you to pieces.
You're mine.
I'll cut you to shreds.
Okay, this looks like AoE.
My magic should be more than enough for Miss Mittens.
I'll make you eat dirt.
Okay.
No more tricks, Bakul Chaja. We're settling this here and now.
Still playing the part of the brave warrior.
That's AoE. I'm gonna die. Oh. Lethal. I am just not good in melee. Magic standard. That's this shit again, okay. Okay, let me try this again. Okay, every time I succeed at a mechanic,
I'll make you eat dirt.
That's when I get like limit break stuff.
No more tricks, Bakul Chaja. We're settling this here and now.
Nice.
Still playing the part of the brave warrior.
Stay out of this. We are fine.
Miss Mittens is no longer amusing me, brother.
This rite has taught me so much.
Limit break.
About my nation, my people, and myself.
Yes. You can do this. Talk to the green ones too. Green ones are donuts. Okay, okay,
What? Can't keep up.
I thought he was gonna do the whole throw me away thing.
How do you like this? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I'm guessing this one is the one. Oh, they're just doing different abilities. Okay. We need to figure out like where he's gonna go, because he's gonna dash somewhere. Let's just stand here now. Okay, dash to him. Because he's gonna do that thing. I really like that we get to have a limit break. Okay. Stand behind you. And I can even damage you while I do it. I'll heal myself up.
I finally understand what it means to live in peace. To greet each day in safety and happiness.
Irritating pest!
I do enjoy making him angry.
It's time we finished her, brother.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
This is the end for you, kitten.
Not necessarily. It's not very complicated. 1, 2, 3. Easy as pie. Not that pies are easy, but easy. Stand here.
Know your place.
Oh, you're gonna kick me. Kick me that way. Thank you.
It's not enough to claim the title of Dawn's servant. I must carry on Papa's legacy. His love for our people.
Please hit an upstart. Why won't you die?
I'm the upstart. I'm the upstart. I'm sorry. Mr. Thinks I'm better than everybody else. Supreme standard. What does that do?
Fine. I'll show you the true power of the blessed.
Oi!
I will be the next Dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last! That's why there's no way I'll ever lose to the light of you!
What? But that was everything I had! I can't stand it anymore! Attack!
Oi! What bullshit is this? Wait, no. AoE isn't there. I usually have AoE on shift. So it's...
This is our fight! Stay out of it! You bring shame upon us!
Oh! Wait, he doesn't want them in
You
there.
think we care about your stupid pride? This is for Mamuk! We cannot lose!
Interesting.
Oh-ho! The great Bakul Jaja needs help, I see. Send your whole army. You still won't win. I will prove that my allies are right to believe in me.
Such confidence! What changed? She wasn't like this before!
That's because he's been traveling with me. I have this effect on people apparently. Have you seen what I've done to the twins? Yes. Nice. Okay, I only needed 2 tries. Seeing the mechanics, failing, and then actually doing it proper. So your minions don't even listen to you. Oh, well, look at that! I think we own that.
I reclaim what you stole.
No. How can this be? How could that puny house cat beat all of us?
Maybe she's not so puny.
You've caused nothing but trouble with your dirty tricks. Threatening the Hanuhanu, releasing Valyarmanda, harassing me is one thing, but you've endangered too many innocents. No more, Bakul Jaja. I will not stand for it. If you even think of tormenting my people again, you will answer to me.
No. No.
What was that?
And he goes and forgets he had the way blocked.
He had the way blocked?
What? That was his doing?
The only part left in the saga is the Lay of the Brotherhood in Mamuk. The plan was to force you here so we could take the rest of your keystones.
So that's what he was up to. But, should you be telling us this?
Yeah.
What does it matter? You've beaten us. It's over. We'll release the hostage.
Good. That's kind of unexpected, how smoothly that went.
I'm sorry. I was careless.
Are you all right? So what Bakul Jaja said about you and me...
But to single-handedly defeat Bakul Jaja, you truly are the Dawn Servant's daughter. It has been my honor to bear witness to your journey. Promise.
Promise. Yes. That's what I am. I'm Kulul Jaja's daughter, and Tuli Hyolal's next Dawn servant.
Indeed. And sometimes in the future, you two have to sit down and talk.
Others.
But now might not be the time. But definitely, these two need to sit down and have a long talk. I still don't quite understand the whole thing with the cenote. She fell into the cenote. I thought cenotes always had water in them. And that he found her dead at the bottom of it. So, I don't know. I need to, like, read it through again. My brain is just being a little bit dumb right now. The twins ran from me from one end of the Utome horizon to the other, asking about everything of remote interest along the way. Welcome to Traveling with the Twins. From as weathered as our promise looks, she's positively glowing with confidence. What in the world happened? You missed the coolest fight ever. Eremel's tour was both educational and exciting. I hope we can persuade him to conduct another in the lower forces. I don't think he will. Did something happen while we were away? There's a certain satisfied air about you. Oh, I am very satisfied. Since we were last returned, I'm glad everyone made it back safely. Thank you for having faith in me. Keeping out of the fight even when I got dirty couldn't have been easy for you. But Bakul Jaja won't be the last person to threaten those I care about. I want to prove to myself that I can stand up to such villains, even when I stand alone. Which isn't to say I won't ask for your help when I need it, of course. I know better than that now. Oh, we get new gloves. Earlier in the second Promises camp. I like that we get these little updates of what everybody's doing.
The passage to Mamuk remains blocked. For now, all we can do is try to rest and recover. Perhaps with a meal, as my sister would no doubt suggest. Shall we borrow the kitchens and prepare some Shibruk Bibil?
So thou hast taken a liking to the dish. As we learn to appreciate the unfamiliar, 'tis only natural that we develop new affinities. There is no shame in this.
I'm so glad to travel with him.
But there is in ignorance. I had barely considered what the people of Tuli Yolal hold dear. What hopes they harbor for the future. Our nation is built upon the bonds that Father forged during his journey across Tural. But so single-minded have I been in my advocacy of foreign innovations that I failed to understand my own people. Could someone who struggles to connect with the populace ever make a worthy Dawn servant?
To understand and connect with people is by no means easy. But there is something you can do to pave the way. Let them see you for who you really are. What makes you laugh and cry and rage. That sort of honesty is the first step towards mutual understanding and connection.
Understanding begets fellowship, as my father said. And yet, what you suggest does not come naturally to me.
I, too, have found it difficult to speak from the heart. In thy struggles, I see mine own, painful in their familiarity. Yet frightening though it may feel, if we are to move forward, we must indeed take that first step. Dispense with pretense, and simply be.
Do you remember when you first approached us, and we asked you why you wanted to become Dawn Servant? You said you wished to use the knowledge you acquired in Sharlayan for your country, and in doing so repay your father for the opportunities he afforded you.
Oh.
What won me over was not your ambition, but your motivation. So let your people know this, and in time, they'll come to support you as we do. You can't hide behind that stoicism forever.
I am so glad they traveled with him. He needed the dads.
Very well then.
He really did.
I will make a greater effort to be myself. By not being my usual self so much.
Little cutie. I think the way the groups divided to follow Wuklamad and Koana was actually the best for what they needed. Koana needs somebody who is strong of will, those who are calm, knowledgeable, but also very brave. And he needs he needs this slowness that comes with Thancred and Urianger with their maturity. While Wuklamad needed friends, people who could push her to be vulnerable, and that she could see, having experienced that before, having to be, well, themselves. They both needed the people they're with. I think that is amazing. Did something happen while we were away? Okay. Wuklamad wishes to know how traversable the Tienbach Traverse is. I wonder if this is going to be a dungeon. So, what's the state of the Tienbach Traverse? Still being cleared, I would assume. Hanumuruk said he would notify us as soon as the work was done. Then, perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wuklamad's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last, after all. We got a surprise for you. Oh, I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakul Jaja we're talking about. Yeah, tell them about the epic fight and how he ran away, sniveling. So I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in a single combat. Bravo! What can I say? I had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. Yeah, I got to enjoy just watching from the sidelines. It was nice. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The Tienbach Traverse is now safe for travel. Then we finally can make for Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakul Jaja's home? We can only hope his residents don't share his winning personality. That's also where he ran off to. It is indeed the city where Cat and Ram first met the Dawn servant. Surely some civility awaits us. I will not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn servant received Cat and Ram in Mamuk, and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between the Sabral and Mamulja. But since that time, most of the Mamulja who support this peace have left the city in favor of abiding in the capital. Oh. What remains is a cloister of Mamuk, and while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they like, the people of Mamuk are also of Tuliyollal. If I'm to be a Dawn servant, it's my job to know them first of all. Look at that pride. Well, we'll be on our way. Then I'm glad I could learn about where I came from, and eat so much you brewed people besides. Thank you for everything, Hanumuruk. Till next time, take care. Yeah, next time you two sit down, have a long conversation about your origin. After you become Dawn Servant. First we make our way across the Sobril Cinderfields, due southeast. Alright, let's make our way there. Oh, he's watching us go. Oh, you have grown indeed. Oh, such a proud dad. There we are. It was quite a journey just to go over here. It took me a while. I filled my bag with Sibruk Pibil before we left, but I'm down to my last serving already. Have you been eating the entire way over? You didn't share any with me? If Bakul Jaja ran into this direction after losing to Vuklamad, then he undoubtedly was returning to Mamuk. I wonder if the first and second promise have already arrived in Mamuk. Potentially. After seeing the battlefield, I find it miraculous that the Dawn Servant was able to negotiate peace. The traverse will bring us straight into the Jatika heartlands. Remember how you insisted this forest is green? Now we're gonna see the blue one, aren't we? Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love this place. I love the little, like, what are these? Flies flying around. These some insects? I will accept, like, I will accept those insects. Those being insects if they stay away from me and keep on just being super pretty. Though this makes sense. Blue magic comes from the Mamulja in the New World. And I guess this is the reason why it's called blue magic. Because it's in the Blue Forest. Start with this. Let me see if I can find my friends. And maybe look around. There's hopefully a lore person here. Are you a lore person? Oh, she has no intention of speaking with me. Interesting. So usually what I do when I come to new areas, I grab the Aetheryte and then I take a look around and try to talk to all the people. But I'm getting a feeling that is not gonna be very helpful over here. Because they just don't want to talk to me. Will you talk to me? No. Shame. Where are my friends though? Wait. Did I miss my friends somehow on the way? I'm like down in the town and they're still up there? What did I do? Oh, I did jump down a cliff at one point. Did I jump past them? Hold on, let me go find them. There they are. I was supposed to find them on the way. There's Kyle. The path is quite steep, isn't it? Let us take our time and descend safely. Now let me find the next one. I basically threw myself down here and missed out on Kyle. I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently Bakul Jaja cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. The Vuklamad single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. Yeah. Erenville said that this traverse was dug to facilitate incursion into the forest above. Intentions notwithstanding, you have to admire the dedication. Yeah? We want to fight war with you so much that we are building a tunnel. My voice is absolutely leaving me. Though it is the end of my recording time. So I'm gonna get us to the village, like the end of this quest. And then I will be taking a break. Just look at this thing. What a vibrant glow, right? This forest is beautiful. Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rocks. A tool used by gleaners to identify certain geological properties. As you hold the paring stone in the soft glow, it affixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets, and the meteorite filled with iron, one of many remnants of an ancient meteor shower. Oh, same meteor shower that made this notice. The heterogeneous ether they emit causes surrounding flora to glow unique hues, as you can see. So these glowing boulders come plummeting from the heavens. Yak'Tel, be merciful. It's quite a feat. There you are. The forest is blue. Blue is all blue. A far cry from the upper forest indeed. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mamuk can tell us about it. Keep running. We're almost there. I wonder what the final feat will be. Me too. Rather more quiet than I expected. Now to see whether or not Honmaruk's fear were well founded. Considering they don't want to talk to me, they are. And here we finally are. Now to find the Elector. This is also my first time visiting Mamuk. I have no experience interacting with the locals. But given Honmaruk's parting word, I would advise a cautionary approach. There we go. That is where we're gonna take a break for today. I'm gonna go rest my voice, have some cough drops, and I have some maybe have some soothing tea or something to make everything feel better again. But this is so fun. I love this forest. So like before, I'm gonna be working on side content that doesn't affect the main story, and have a lot of fun with the game. I will see you guys tomorrow. Well, for me it will be tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna be releasing these videos. But I will see you guys next time. If you had fun, give me a commentation by liking and subscribing. Maybe post a comment down below. And in the end, all I want to say is takk fyrir að horfa og ég yndislegan dag.